China's getting the Switch. Wow, but they've only got one game so far, so great for China. Tencent and Nintendo are teaming up because China has these fucked laws for bringing video games over there. They had the fucking like Nintendo Q64, some bullshit Nintendo 64 that was like a plug and play and you could like download games. Every fucking time they bring a console to China, it's like a mess and a disaster. Like we gotta jump through all these hoops and everything and just make everything some weird specific way to meet China's standards. Like they bootleg everything. Why the fuck are you making it hard for us to bring our legitimate products over there? That's what I'm thinking for these. I don't know. It's a fucking mess, obviously. But Tencent and Nintendo partnered up. If you don't know who Tencent is, like the biggest gaming company in the world. They make billions of dollars. They own all kinds of companies. They own like Epic Games or have subsidiaries, Epic Games. They own like everything, all right? They own like PUBG and they got a stake in Fortnite and all this other shit. I don't know. They own a lot of shit. They make a lot of money. That's all you need to know. It's a Chinese company. They do all kinds of mobile shit. You better believe that. Nintendo is going to work with a mobile situation out in China over there. And Chinese people fucking love their mobile games. Maybe because every other way to get games is like a fucking disaster and it's a mess. But who knows? But anyways, they are getting the Switch. Nintendo and Tencent came to a deal, I guess, and they went to the Chinese government. They said, "Can we do it?" And they said, "Yes, sir, you can. Bring the full-on Switch over here." And they said, "All right, great. Let's do this." And then they're like, "Well, you gotta check in with every game with us. Every single game you want to bring out, we gotta check it out first, and then we'll maybe approve it. Maybe." Right now, they've only approved the Super Mario Bros. U bundle, and I guess maybe a standalone Super Mario Bros. U. I don't know. But the console is region free. I don't know if they're gonna make it restricted for China, like a special China version where it's restricted. I didn't see anything about that, but as far as we know, the Switch is region free. Every single place around the world that sells a Switch sells fucking region free Switch, right? So you can play Japanese games, you can play, I guess, European games, whatever, American, whatever you want. If you're in China, maybe you get the regular Switch that we get. If you get that, then hey, you could go get some Japanese games. They're fucking right across the ocean, right there. You get some American games, I don't know, English games, and maybe you know some Japanese, maybe you know some English, and then there you go. You're in luck, and you can play all these other games. But I don't know if it's illegal for you to get. I don't know it's all weird. China's got these weird fucking laws, these weird video game laws. But this is really interesting. I thought this was super interesting actually, because like they're gonna have to approve every single game. Is China gonna have like one team of like Chinese gamers that are gonna have to like play through the whole thing? Because they said they gotta approve it and make sure it's like all right. So they're not just gonna turn it on and be like, "Yep, that's Zelda, all right." They're gonna have to like see what's going on in the game. They're gonna have to see if there's like any like weird anti-government, like whatever. They're gonna have to check for like stuff they think might be sketchy or harmful to their people to see. So I guess they're gonna have like a fucking committee of Switch game players. Like, is that your job in China? Like, I play Switch games to make sure they're straight for the general population to play. And if you're on that committee and you don't let a game fly through because you're just so patriotic about China, you're a snitch. All right? You're gonna go. Actually, this game they were talking wet shit about us. So no, sir, you're a snitch. All right? This is just fun gaming. Don't shit can a game just because you're like, well, I think someone's gonna get offended by it. Don't do that. Come on, China. Let's let you get the full experience here. You're gamers. If you're playing, what if they're just like serious businessmen that are playing the game? They don't even give a shit about video games. It's just like their job. They're literally have to learn how to play Zelda. Like, oh god, they're just like bummed all day playing Zelda. I don't know. It's all really fun and really interesting, and I guess we'll see how that pans out for them. I don't know when it's going on sale exactly, but it has been approved. The Switch bundle with Super Mario Bros. U. I think that's the only game so far. Like I said, I think that's the only one that's been approved. But we'll see how Nintendo does in China. They got a lot of fucking people. That's going to be a lot of money for Nintendo, and their stocks actually shot up like 13%. The shares went up 13% after this move was made. After this was like finalized, like it's happening. So Nintendo's going to make some big fucking bucks in China. So great. Speaking of the Switch, we changed the warning label. I didn't. I had nothing to do with it. I don't know who's in charge of like these decisions, but you know the old when you get a game and it has like a download where the whole game's not on the cart, it's like a digital download required because we only bought the fucking like 4 GB cart and it's a 16 GB game because we're cheap bastards. And it has like that big like takes up like a fourth of the box at the top, like a white background with black text. It's like this game will not work unless you have internet, blah, 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 blah. It's like a big warning. They now put it in the bottom left corner. It's really small. It's a tiny little box, and it just says, like, digital download required. See back for more. And that's fucked. I saw Nintendo Life is where I saw this, and they posted it, and they were like, "This is great. Now our games aren't going to look like shit, like Doom and everything. It's not going to look like hell on Earth. So that's great." And I'm like, I don't think this is great. I think this is terrible because that huge fucking thing at the top of the case, that probably deters a lot of people from buying it, which is good because it's going to force the developer to be like, okay, you know what? Let's not cheap out. Let's get the real deal full-size cart. Get the whole cart. Get the whole game on the cart. That's the whole fucking point of a physical. I feel like that deters some people. Certainly deters me. If I've never bought a game with that shit on it. I'm never gonna buy a game with that shit on it because I want the full game on the cart. If it's like Wolfenstein or something, I'll get it on Xbox or PlayStation. I'm not gonna fuck around and get a fucking half cart game. That's not how we roll around here, baby. But yeah. I don't think this is a good idea. I think this is terrible because companies need to be taught a lesson. If you're gonna cheap out and be a little bitch like that, you need to be like, okay, well you're gonna get this shitty fucking thing on your artwork and you're gonna ruin your case and no one's gonna want to buy it. So ha ha ha. But now they're gonna let them get away with this little tiny logo on the bottom, which sucks. I think it sucks. It's terrible. It's anti-consumer IMO. The warning needs to be huge. To be like, hey motherfucker, you are getting fucked right now, just so you know. But hey. If you are happy about it, then I don't know what to tell you. I mean, me and you, we're gonna have to fight. The Sega Genesis Mini is on fucking fire. I know this is like a day or two old, but God, I had to talk about this, all right? This thing is looking amazing. I think it's gonna have 40 games total. They've released 20. At first, they released 10, pretty solid 10, but we were all like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. Sony pulled this same move on us, and they showed us some awesome games at first, and we said, okay, Sony, I'll bite. I fucking pre-ordered it right after that because I'm an idiot. But Sega did that, and we were like, okay, we saw how hellish what happened with Sony. It was fucked, all right? They dicked us to hell. And then for some reason, Sega was like, you know what? Let's trickle them out too. And you give us that little thing, and me and people I've talked to were like, whoa, okay, Sega, we're watching you. I like what you're showing, but we're watching you. We got this Sony in the back of our head. But no! They brought 10 more games, and God damn it, they killed it. Let me get the list. I didn't even want to write it down on my paper. The 20 confirmed games so far are Echo the Dolphin, Castlevania Bloodlines, Space Harrier 2, Shining Force, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Toe Jam and Earl, Comic Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog, Altered Beast, Guitar Hero. Oh, gosh, fucking guitar. Whoa, what is this? Me in 2005? God. Altered Beast. I don't even know when Guitar Hero was relevant. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Earthworm Jim, Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse, World of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck. Fucking Disney games. Like, are you kidding me, Sega? Are you serious right now? Thunder Force 3, Super Fantasy Zone, Shinobi 3, Return of the Ninja Master, Streets of Rage 2, Contra Hard Corps, and Landstalker. Like, are you fucking kidding me? These are must-own Genesis games. Like, if we get 20 more games of this caliber, which I think there's 40 coming out, I'm not positive. Don't. My nose is itchy. All right, leave me alone. But I think there's 20 more games. If we get 20 more games of this quality, you don't even need to hack the fucking thing, all right? You got everything you need right there on the console. And I wasn't much of a Genesis boy growing up. I was more of a Nintendo kid, but this is a spicy console here. I'm gonna pick this up for sure. This is looking fucking great. Like I said, September 19th, $79.99. I don't know if I said that actually, but I'll reiterate if I did. And if I didn't, then boom, here you go, some information. September 19th. $79.99. It's gonna be a great day. $79.99. That's a great price. Sony over here with their fucking cocky ass at $100. How much is that thing now? $30. This Sega Genesis Mini is gonna hold steady at $80. It's gonna sell a ton. It's gonna do great for Sega. Hey, maybe they'll get back in the console race after this. Dreamcast too, am I right? Shout out to Keith Apicary. But yeah, this is great. AtGames is not making it. I know they've made like a million other Sega Minis in the past, which are like, I don't know, what they're like. I don't know what the fuck their deal. They're garbage. You don't ever buy an AtGames product and expect quality. That's just not how AtGames works. But Sega themselves are making this motherfucker. It's a Sega product from Sega. It's gonna have a quality build, I'm sure. It's quality emulation. It's looking good. Everything's looking great. Very excited about this. Can't wait to see the other 20 games. Thank God Sega is doing what PlayStation don't. And this happened yesterday too, but hey, I had to talk about it. This is fucked, all right? Kotaku was over here virtue signaling. You know, I don't know who, I can't remember the fucking person who wrote this. Someone blue hair, okay? I mean, that should tell you that they're going to be triggered about. They were trying to find something to be triggered about in Persona 5 because it's the hot ticket right now. Persona 5 Switch crossover, Joker came through. It's everywhere. The fucking video on Nintendo's got millions of views. They're like, this is some hot shit. Can we find something to be mad about in here? Let me look. Let me see what we got here. And they pull a song out of the game, and they claim that it said retarded. They said that it was like a handicap slur or something like that, or a disabled slur or something like that. And they said the song said retarded in it, which there's like no official lyrics for this section of the song. And there's like a huge backlash on the internet. Everybody's like, are you fucking kidding me, Kotaku? Are you fucking serious? What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Why would you just do this? Like, they said they asked Atlas and Nintendo for like clarification, and then they published it before they waited. They didn't wait for the clarification. And then Atlas clarified and said, no, they literally just said, no, it doesn't say retarded. And then Kotaku was like, oops, haha. And they still left the fucking article up. It has an edit at the bottom of the article, but it still says in all big caps at the top of the article, like, Persona 5, slur in the fucking thing, whatever. And I'm like, you guys are fucked, all right? You just want those clickety-click clackertons. You don't care about integrity whatsoever, clearly. The person who wrote this probably be fired. I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff talking about this, and the boss was upset. They put a gag order on him, like, will you shut up? You don't say anything else about this because you're in hot water, buster. But, you know, that's what you get. That's what you get when you just write just blatant lies. And they were like, well, it sounded like retarded to me, so that's actually what it is factually. Wrong, writer at Kotaku. You're absolutely wrong. I just thought it was fucked, and I thought it was interesting, and I was like, Jesus Christ, can we not just get triggered about every single thing in the entire world? Can we not specifically go on a hunt to look for something to get triggered by? Like, literally, we're just like, what's hot? Let's see what we got, pimp. No, that's not the way you should be living. You just be happy. Everything's gonna be okay. I promise you, everything's gonna be okay. Persona 5 on the Smash. Is it Persona 5, Joker, Smash? It's all good things. You know what I mean? Just go watch Cameron's video of Persona 3 and Persona 4 coming to Switch. Go watch it right now and leave a comment. God damn it! Why haven't you yet? But if you want to look like this badass on screen right here, hit our merch store, FUgameCrue.BigCartel.com. We got shirts, we got mugs, we got everything sassy like that. Good pricing, fast shipping. It helps out the channel. Go check it out. If you want to support the channel but you don't want any merch, we got a Patreon or a direct PayPal link. Patreon.com/FUgameCrue. For as low as $1 a month, you can really help us out, and all that's great. Links for that, all that in the description. Content beyond this also down there. Go check it out. I'll see you guys later.
So I want to say thank you to your loyalty. Thank you for your support.
What the